Hello, all of you guys, gals, and gender non-conforming pals that immediately are in here before I've actually started. Why the fuck is my laptop glitching? The fuck? Can I, go? Okay, there it goes. Holy fuck, it's working now. Why does my everything love to instantly break? Anyway, I'm quickly checking to see. Okay, we got the thorn last time. Okay, now I know. Okay, I was just looking because I figured we'd want to do something different. Hey, look, there's my email saying I'm live. I still need to send out my Discord notification saying I'm live. Hold up. I got myself the link, and then I send it to wait, fuck. I swear, I know how to stream. Wait, fuck. I'm sorry to the people on my Discord server who might have gotten pinged like 3 times because I failed to send out a notification correctly. Because I might be a bit of a dipshit sometimes. Anyway, today we are going to be playing some Slay the Princess once I'm done sending out notifications. Sending out all the notifications. Wait, here's the last place. Okay. Now I have OBS open and I'm looking at it. And wait, hold up, I need to pull up stream on my phone. And make sure I'm logged into the right right YouTube account. Not accidentally doxing my alt. There we go, my stream. Yippee! Okay. Ew, I can fuck. Wait, hold up. Disconnect my AirPods. My AirPods are supposed to be connected to my laptop. Fuck. Hold up. I'm still getting my shit to work. Okay. Okay. There we go. My shit might have just lagged as my AirPods were attempting to connect. Okay, let me actually get chat open on my phone now that I've gotten everything working. Okay, great. Yippee. Okay. Okay. In theory, I should not have problems. In theory. And we all know theories work like absolute fact. My mom just came in and stole my lighter. My mom heard me start talking so live and just came in and yoinked my lighter. Well, shit. I'm glad I lit my candle before I started stream. Anyway, I'm gonna give another minute or 2 for people to filter in and stuff. But yeah. How's everyone doing? I've currently got my ankle braces on because I was going up and down the stairs a lot. I should probably put my wrist brace on. That'd be a good idea. But yeah. How's everyone in chat doing? How are people doing? You guys good? You guys get bad? You guys alive? I certainly hope all you guys, gals, and gender non-conforming pals are not. Wait, hold up, scratch that, rework that. This is why you need to think before you speak and not blend sentences together. I couldn't decide if I was gonna say, I hope you guys are not dead. And I was stuck between saying that and I hope you guys are alive. And I was about to say, I hope you guys are not alive, which is not true at all and the opposite of what I was trying to go for. Fuck. Well, with that lovely fuck up out of the way, I think I'll just dive into the game. Jeez. That is one of my bigger fuck ups. Actually, wait, hold up. Where? Chat's there? I'm gonna. Fuck. I forgot I need to move where everything is because, like... Whee! Because this game is janky. We'll put Skittles... Where are we gonna put Skittles? We'll put Skittles up here. And we'll put chat over here. I think that works. And then I'll stay here. Okay, now let me get the game open. Slay the princess. The pristine cut. Where is the game? Hello! Slay the princess! Okay, wait, genuinely, where the fuck is the game? This person indeed did make a fucky wucky. And once again, I'd like to shout out Blaze as a thank you, one of my lovely, lovely mods, for making this image for me. Hold up. Oh, wait, I was about to miniaturize myself so you just saw it, but the game actually booted up. Once again, this is technically a horror game. Despite what it looks like, it is more of a psychological horror game and less of like ooh, jump scare game. But with that in mind, there are a fuck ton of triggers. Please do, if you do not know what this game is, definitely do go check out the triggers. There is gore. There is gore. There is suicide in this game. There is violence. Like, the horror of this game is, like, not object permanent. It's, like, reality destruction shit, and less of, like, jump scares and, yeah. Anyway. Has flickering images. I do have them turned off because, I do be a bit photosensitive, so. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. I love the music to this game. It's so gentle and nice. For now, at least. Which princesses have we gotten? Okay. Oh, we've gotten the tower, the specter, the razor, the witch, which turned into the thorn, the stranger, and the damsel that turned into the gray. Okay. I think this time, not that most of you are going to know what this is, I think it'll be fun to go for the nightmare. Which, depending on your version of horror, depends on what the scariest one is. I know some of our lovely friends in chat found the razor kind of scary. Some people find the nightmare kind of scary. Not because, oh, nightmare, but more because this one gets a lot more psychological horror-y. Compared to the damsel who's just like, oh, the hero, you're here for me. And the specter who's the ghost that's like, hey, you killer. So, it's that type of thing. So, if you know the nightmare is, great. If you don't, that's okay too. We are going to continue from here.
You're on a path in the woods. And
at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it'll be the end of the world. I love how I closed my eyes for half of that and I still get the timing down. Okay. I feel like being all talkative with it. Sometimes I just zoom through because, like, we've done a lot of these. But I want to talk. Let's see. Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
You're the narrator. Why don't you make the rules? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Forget it. I'm not doing this.
Are you serious?
Ah, wait, fuck. Shit. It skipped the audio. Okay, but are you serious? No, you have to do it. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see.
Fuck!
What happens. But
No! Because now I don't get the funny line! Well, it's not a funny line. Ugh. No, we're going back. We are going back. We're going back to here. No, I don't want to overwrite. I want to load. Yes. Because I want the line. We're going to silently continue to the cabin because I want the line. The line that I always quote because it is said so often. The one that goes, a word of warning. She will lie. She will cheat. She will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
you make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Exactly.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wait, no, it didn't give me the line again. I want the line. Give me give me the line.
You're here. I'm talking. She. You make your way up the short path. We're not going to go through.
What the
Ignore him.
fuck?
He doesn't know what
Wait, genuinely, I want my line. I want the, she will lie,
You're on
she
the
will
path.
cheat,
You're here.
she will do everything in her power.
Does it?
Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
It's all part of the job.
Well, fuck you too, narrator. I was being sarcastic.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right?
Fine, I give up.
She's a princess. We're
That's one of
supposed
my
to save
favorite line.
princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
As I said, my favorite line is normally during that, when they're talking, staring at the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Like a
The
bullshit,
air
but
is
whatever.
stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I think I want my water, but where the fuck is my water? Wait, shit. Ignore me almost falling off my bed. Where is my water bottle? Oh, did I leave it downstairs? Well, shit. Anyway,
The blade is your implement.
you need it
You'll
if you want to do
need it
this
if you
right.
want to do this right.
Ignore me mocking it. It actually does not matter if we take the blade or not. Chat, what do you guys think? Does anyone in chat care if we take the blade or not? Because for what I'm aiming for right now, it does not really matter. I think, since no one seems to be talking, I'm gonna leave the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
By the way, I do want to say that I'm only doing one run tonight. I'm not going for the full 5, especially because we are continuing. This is officially part of the path with the thorn. So we're going to go thorn, we're We're gonna go nightmare. I really want to get the what's it called? The moment of clarity or whatever, but we'll see how that goes.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
I'm genuinely starting to feel bad. Cause, well, yes, we are not slaying her. What we do in this one to get to chapter 2 is kind of cruel.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Oh, shut up, narrator. I know what I'm doing. Hey, I'm just checking in on you.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
So sad.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the
She looks
princess.
so
There's
sad.
a heavy chain around her wrist,
Mm.
binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Oh, you'll see. Oh, God. Sorry. That was a very aggressive sneeze.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
So, is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
That doesn't answer my fucking question.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Well, that's depressing.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself.
What do you mean pick a name for herself?
Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Let's go straight for nightmare. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
Ooh, the music changed. It just got cold.
But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
And that is why we're entering the nightmare.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Let's lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Watch
You
me.
turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Feel bad. Like, legit, she is locked down there for no reason other than the narrator wanting us to slay her. That is the entire reason. Just, And we got our hopes up, and once again, I genuinely feel bad. But I went into this going, I'm getting the nightmare, because, yeah, I feel like doing that line tonight.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
So, for those of you who have seen me play this game before, you'll remember in various other storylines, her either us cutting off her arm to be free of the chains, or her starting to chew off her own arm to be free of those chains. So we do know that she can, in theory, get out on her own. I know, it's delightful.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Oh, she will find a way out, all right.
Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her away.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Once held the blade? Then where is it?
Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Exactly.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of there.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Oh, I have, and I regret it before I even went through with it.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
Like hell she is.
No, it doesn't.
So all this was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Like that isn't foreboding at all. Also, once again, while this entire game is mostly in sepia minus red, like shades of red, this isn't fully sepia, like the gradient of like the sunset, and it's just really pretty.
Where is she?
Oh, you're about to find out.
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
I thought I turned them off because yay. There we go. I turned them off, but they are supposed to be like flickering and blinking and stuff here. It just messes with my head.
isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth.
As if you haven't fucked with the
Lying about
story
facts of the
before.
situation doesn't change them.
Bullshit! You fucking narrator, you've bullshitted your way through this. You made us attempt to murder her before. Call bullshit.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
How would you know what that feels like?
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
Yes, it is. The world goes black, and then you die.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Close enough. Chapter 2. The Nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
If you,
If you
don't, it will be the end of the world. Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us?
Of course, you get the voice of the paranoid here. Especially with how we died with the princess. Yeah.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you?
Okay, do I want to look it up so I make sure we get the moment of calamity or whatever it's called? I don't think I'm going to unless someone in chat like really wants me to. Because if we get through the nightmare fast enough, I might do a second princess tonight as well. We'll see. I don't plan on streaming for too long. I'm a little eepy. I had a long work day. And I have another even longer work day tomorrow. Shit. Things go wrong. Shit.
I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I mean, technically.
We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair, voice of the paranoid.
All we did was lock her away.
Oh.
And how'd that work out for you?
We died.
No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. You want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't.
Are you sure we don't? Because clearly my decisions depend Sorry, the world depends on the decisions I make, therefore I pose a threat to the world.
Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences.
Fuck, I had one. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working.
And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Oh, by the way, if anyone in chat's wondering what happens, why I'm like looking down like this, that is because my phone is down here and my phone has chat, and I'm just checking on chat.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Okay, but at the same time, you don't exactly tell the truth a lot. So...
If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Just being around her in the end shut down all of my organs. What the hell am I supposed to do about that? Actually, though, yeah, that is a good point. We went, you stay away, and she went, fuck no. And then all of a sudden our organs went, oh shit, let's not work, and we died. So how the fuck does that work?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Don't trust her. Just go in, do your job, and save the world.
To quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. How can she possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why wouldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
But that's the thing. Like, everyone is special in their own unique way. Like, just being like, oh, you can do this because you're special is a giant manipulation tactic. Just saying.
You can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative. Why are you trying to manipulate us?
That's exactly the fuck I just said. I'm sorry, I really want to yell, but it's also like 10:20 at night, and I don't want to get in trouble.
I don't know, I kinda like being special.
Okay, not gonna lie. Being special feels great, but at the same time, in this situation, it is a manipulation tactic, which means you shouldn't fucking listen. Granted, I will say, in this scenario where someone is manipulating you, it is often very hard to notice that you're being manipulated, so do not feel guilty about the fact that someone took advantage of you, unless you purposefully let them in the future again.
Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here.
Exactly. I make the decisions.
I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is. And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job. We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation.
Oh, this is
Make your
anything
job
but
more
simple.
difficult.
This entire situation is very overcomplicated. Sorry, I'm like pulling out my heated pad. Period cramps hit. Really annoying. And I'm feeling them like in the back. I don't normally do, but it's annoying. Okay.
If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
Your word doesn't mean fucking shit.
He isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him.
True.
Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. Do you see the way he keeps pushing us? We have to get out of here.
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
She will lie. She will cheat. She will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He said the thing! Anyway, I love that line.
Lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least, she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
I hate how much I resonate with the paranoid. Between me talking about like the manipulation tactics and stuff like that, but like I very much see myself in the voice of the paranoid because I am used to a lot of things going wrong in a lot of not great ways. Yes, I'm used to games breaking and that being funny and like we all have a laugh. If people here have seen a lot of my streams before, they will know I have a tendency of breaking games a lot, between games crashing my laptop when I do certain things, or actively just breaking them. So, like, I get it. Like, it's like we can all have a laugh, but it's just like I see myself in it because it's I can be very paranoid about things going wrong in the worst way because I've had a lot of things go wrong in not good ways, which is why half the time I've been able to predict what the paranoid says, which at least I can recognize it, and that is the positive thing I'm going to pull from it. Let's go up to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame.
It's also a lot wider. Also, the windows are missing. And I just noticed all these faces. Like, once again, you've got your paranoid.
She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Yeah, can't you feel her eyes on you?
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. The task awaits, and only you can do it.
The whole cabin is different than I remember it being.
Very different.
I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here.
Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Also, looking over, like, when I move the mouse over here, you can see on the right-hand side the logs. That look like, there's a window.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even...
What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
It's right here.
We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do.
And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
Why would you lie about there not being a mirror when it's clearly right there? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do if you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
There's clearly a mirror in my face.
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Let's take the blade. I do not trust the nightmare at all.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel.
Is it...
Oh,
gonna
fuck,
be
the line
enough?
with steel can't lie to us.
Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife?
Better than a knife?
We have a bomb?
A bomb in this?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
We have a visitor this stream. Come on. Hi, Skittles. You may or may not hear her start breathing into the mic. She just came onto my bed. Hi, baby. Okay, let's keep playing.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Let me know in chat if you can hear her breathing. She's very wheezy. Let's enter the basement.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
Ooh, there's eyes blinking too. That's a cool touch.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Skittles, do not shove your face down my shirt. That's just weird.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Of course you'd say that, narrator. You just want her blood on her fucking hands. Hello, Vito. Skittles, Vito, I don't know how to pronounce that. They say hi. She's breathing as loudly as ever. Oh my god. Hey, neighbor 67. Hello. Hello, all of you lovely guys, gals, and gender non-conforming pals in chat. Skittles, stop eating the mic. By the way, if anyone in chat was wondering what the picture in the top left-hand corner is, that is a picture of Skittles, my baby. She's 9 years old, and she likes to cause problems. Don't eat the mic. She was crying at my door, so my mom let her in. Anyway, let's keep going. I know. just saying for new people in chat, because we've had a lot of new people stopping by recently. Hi, Skittles.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife? Okay. Realistically, it can be very hard to like throw a knife and aim it well. However, I've learned the fun way. I'm actually pretty good at it. I'm also pretty good at axe throwing.
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place.
Let Skittles eat the mic? Fuck no. She already chewed up the wire bad enough that I sounded like McDonald's intercom and had to get it replaced. That was 4 years ago? Something like that.
It'll be enough.
She likes to nom nom on everything. Including my fingers. Which she would be doing right now if she wasn't too busy holding my hand with her paw and casually digging her claws in. May I ask why do you get a chance to throw a knife in the first place? Me? Oh. Me or in the game? Because in the game you don't actually get a chance. Do I want to answer this the weird way or the normal way? I think the weird way first. I was at a retirement party for someone. Okay. The more realistic way is I'm a giant fan of the Ren Fair. Like the Renaissance Fair, and I sometimes do like an axe throwing thing there. And then my mom worked in the school district I went to growing up, so I was friends with a lot of the teachers, and one of her coworkers had a retirement party a couple years ago. And they had like a knife throwing, axe throwing thing, and once again, I was scarily good. I don't just pick up knives and chuck them. Yeah. I have gone up to a lot of really quirky, random things. I'm gonna talk to her. We need to plan to kill her. I'm just gonna kill her mercenary things. I think I can do it. Fuck, I don't know what to choose. I'm going to talk to the princess.
Didn't you hear my
I don't
word?
want to be a murderer.
She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good.
Who says that, Mr. Narrator? Your words are full of bullshit. Anyway.
Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway.
I'm getting nibbled on by Skittles.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
I mean, you could always turn back. Oh my god, no, I don't... Do I still have that little monologue memorized? Fuck, no I don't. I just have this monologue memorized from one of the Percy Jackson books, specifically the Heroes of Olympus, where Hecate was talking to Hazel and was talking about how no decision is truly one option or the other. There is always a third option. You might think the answer is go through the left or the right door, but you can always go back the way you came, meaning there's always at least 3 options. And I had that memorized for so long. I used that for a theater class, but I forgot it. Fuck.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
No, it ain't you either, narrator. You just want us to murder.
Excuse me. I'm being
incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement.
I'm just vibing here. Despite all of the negativities going on, like, I'm vibing. You can also jump out the window. Not right now. If you're talking about in the game. Realistically, I haven't jumped out the window, but I have gone out the window on the second floor of my house before. Walking on the roof is fun. I also had to go out on the roof to stop my cat from accidentally falling off of it before. Also, I can't remember if I chickened out of jumping out of a second story window, of the equivalent height of a second story window onto this giant, this huge mat to soften the fall. I can't remember if I actually did that or if I chickened out. I know my brother did it. I think I did it too. I think I ended up getting really, really scared and just asking the person to shove me because I was going to chicken out if they did it.
I'm going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
I don't know if you can tell, but I am a chaotic fucker.
Please stop saying that. We're only going to
Don't
make
eat the
things
mic.
worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
Stop it. Don't eat the mic. Stop it. Stop it, Skittles.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go,
I'm going to find you. I don't know if... Skittles, no, don't eat the laptop either. My laptop's already dying. You don't need to make it worse. I also don't know if I'm saying the lines in sync with the audio on stream, but for me, it's in sync. Let's do nothing.
You decide it's best to do nothing.
there you are. I told
If
you I
careless,
was going to
let's
find
fun,
you.
so be it. As I said, I am a very chaotic being. I live for the chaos. Don't eat the mic. It can be very bad sometimes, my brand of chaos. I went to therapy. This was like a month or two. Was that a month or two ago? Can't remember what. This was like within the last like 3 or 4 months. I was messaging my friend. I was like, "Do I let the intrusive thoughts win today?" And my friend was like, "What are they?" Because they know me. And I was like, "Oh, like I want to wear my red fair dress. Both skirts, the triangle, the shirt, the corset." And my friend went, "Bet, do it." So I texted my therapist, just giving her a heads up, like, "Hey, by the way, my intrusive thoughts won today." And she was like, "Do I need to be concerned?" And I showed up in therapy in the full outfit. And I looked at her, I was like, "So, the intrusive thoughts won today?" And she couldn't stop laughing for like a solid 5 minutes. And I went, "This is what happened." I like my chaos. Anyway.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
What is the phrase in this? Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. I think that's the phrase. Hello, Kenjamin. Welcome.
Your arms quickly follow.
Do you know what? Because I am seeing so many new people in chat. Give me a second to grab it. Woo. Correct. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Fuck yeah. I am going to be putting a link in chat. This is the link to the Discord server. Do not feel pressured. It's just a fun place to hang out and vibe. But I often post polls about what I should play. I give updates about going live. And I also post lots of pictures and videos of my cat because I fucking love her. She is my baby. Anyway, don't feel pressure. It's just a fun place to hang out and vibe. But yeah. Anyway, back to the game.
This is it, isn't it?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Honestly, it low-key could turn into, like, the backtracking for, like, a rap. Like, I don't know why.
you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think.
Also, the mask looks so cool.
What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
Also, I know I just got here, but noticing the game I just want to bring that up. I didn't mean anything now. I can't. No, that's fine. Do not feel bad about that. Thank you for saying something, because I have no idea what the balance actually sounds like. So I very much appreciate if someone in chat goes, "Hey, audio's low," or "Hey, you're really fucking loud," and stuff like that. So thank you. Especially because I do love the voice acting in this game. Like, yes, I might mock characters and stuff, but I love it. The voice acting is beautiful, especially because the narrator and all of the voices are all voiced by the same voice actor. And obviously all the princess is voiced by the same person, and both of their ranges for all the characters is huge. And as someone who has done theater from a very young age, I absolutely love it. I barely hear the game. It's like a whisper. I turned it up quite a bit. Let me know if it's still quiet once like I tab back in the the dialogue's gone. We have a great rest of the day. Thanks, you too, Kenjamin.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Yep.
Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
Even with the mask, I think she looks kind of cute still. And also, it looks like she's crying, like, not crying, but like, they're cracks. But it still looks so cool. Voice of the hero lip row do his job.
What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
Skittles is just sitting on my lap. She's holding my hand with her paw, and it's really fucking cute.
You have seconds left.
By the way, Kenjamin, well, yes, we do like to quote certain things in the chat, like, from the game. Please do not put a lot of them. I have been dealing with a lot of copyright problems. And I'm trying to not get my stream taken down. I have had problems where I would sing a little bit of a song, and then then my stream would, like, flag it as copyright. And also, I would have problems where I played Undertale, and the music got flagged, even though Toby Fox said it's fair use. And then, I was watching a YouTube video at one point, and like, once again, it's okay to quote things, like, especially when certain lines I reference a lot, but please try to not put, like, blocks of just text from the chat.
Yes, I'm sure.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
I'm, like, adjusting because my leg is falling asleep, and this cat is making it difficult.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Nerves, heart,
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
Why, thank you. I love looking ridiculous. I have blue hair and pronouns after all. Oh my god, I need to shut the fuck up sometime.
She's an attacking us. Why?
Because she's like a cat playing with its prey. Like the cat who just jumped off of my lap and off of my bed and is now halfway across the room staring at me like, what the fuck are you doing? I say with love, I love you, Skittles.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Nerves. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, nerves, heart, lungs,
So what's the plan?
liver, nerves,
Um,
heart, lungs, liver,
I think I'm gonna do this one because I think that gets me the, what is it, the moment of calamity or whatever it's called? And I think that'll be very funny.
liver, nerves,
Do I?
heart,
How long have I been live for? Hold up.
liver, nerves, heart,
It's been almost exactly an hour, jeez.
nerves, heart,
Because the deal is that I'm only probably gonna do the one princess tonight because it is
lungs,
10:45 p.m. and I have work tomorrow.
lungs,
So,
nerves,
I'm also kind of tired. Oh my god. Speaking of the fact that I've got work tomorrow and everything else, I'm taking off my ankle braces because I'm just sitting in bed and I don't want to wear them too much. So, I feel like it's still going to be a short-ish stream if I just end it here. So I think I might go for the moment of clarity or calamity, whatever it's called. Thank you, Skittles, for that absolutely loud gasping breath from over there.
liver,
I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave. I'm not going to try and kill you, so do your worst.
liver. Are you serious? You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission.
Yeet!
Liver,
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not?
I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
Okay, so I have a theory about this game. People who know me and people who have seen me play this game on stream before have heard me talk about it a lot. I have a theory that the character you play as in this game has DID, OSDD, or something of the sort. I have a lot of reasons behind this theory, but I made a whole PowerPoint presentation on it and presented it to my friends for presentation night. And one of my points of evidence actually was from the moment of clarity. So, I'll point out some of it
No.
once we get to some of those points. The first thing with it was that earlier when you die, which is a traumatic event, you develop a new voice. And they also make comments about, well, I don't make the decisions. They make the decisions because they're good at them. And various comments like that.
Let me out.
We'll get into more as we get to them.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
I forgot how fucking depressing this ending is.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
It's pretty sad when you sit down and think about it. Oh, definitely. Like, once again, a lot of this game has to do with, psychological horror and stuff like that. To be honest, I've not followed this game because of the sheer number of routes. That's fair. I have been very slowly going through this game because the first stream I did... So I follow with you? Oh, thank you! The first stream I did is a 6-hour stream of this game. Because I sat down and went through and got a full ending. A full ending means going through it 5 times and getting 5 different of the mini endings, basically. Lately, I've had a lot going on. I haven't been able to stream nearly as much. So when I do, and my energy levels have been a lot lower. So when I have streamed, I've only done one princess at a time because it's a lot. So last time, we went down the path of the witch and got the thorn. This time we've gone down the nightmare and we're going to be getting the moment of clarity, I think is the name of it.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
This character is called moment of clarity. I always think it's the moment of calamity, which I know it's not. And I will say, I do I genuinely identify a lot with what they're doing here, like with the princess and what they're saying, like, about her. Like, I get it.
Let me out!
No. What's happening to us?
This is all so much I can't keep going. It's okay.
Let me out!
This is all
Oh,
too
that's
much.
the line. That's why. I don't
can't
know a lot of the
keep
exact
going.
lines that come up immediately after. I just know my favorite lines.
You can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Who knows what chapter number? It's the moment of clarity. My favorite was in there says the blade is your implement and
You're on a path.
if you want to do the
Shit.
trade. That's fair.
Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
My personal favorite line is, she will lie, she will cheat, she'll do everything in her power to get, to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. That's my personal favorite line.
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
Okay, so when I talked about my theory about DID and OCD, if you do not know what it is DID stands for dissociative identity disorder, OSDD stands for otherwise specified dissociative disorder. Formerly known as like multi-personality disorder, though that name is very offensive for people who have it. The main characteristics of it is when you were a small child, your personality basically got messed up from a lot of childhood abuse and trauma. Not always abuse, but trauma. And it's not like one giant event, but it's like a lot of repetitive events and stuff like that. And basically what your brain does is it separates chunks of itself to protect you because it thinks that you would die if you knew everything. And a lot of it has to do with amnesia barriers between these different parts. These different entire personalities or alters, which is short for alternate state of self. And basically these chunks, they take turns basically controlling your body, controlling what everyone sees as you, because they each have different takes on things based off of the experiences that they remember. They do not necessarily remember everything that happened, nor do you yourself. There is no like original when it comes to if you are a system like that, but some people are rude and think that there is. Now, when it comes with that, some of those memories, when you try to think back on things that happened that you don't have access to the memory, but maybe another alter does, can be very fuzzy and you cannot remember it, and it can cause you dissociating when you do try to remember. And the splits that create these different like alters only happen at traumatic events. So for example, you die and there's a new voice in your head. Once again, it's a giant theory of mine, and this chapter really does like drive home a lot of it. First, I can see that we are quite literally We are the one quiet. Right. Once again, like, the character we were playing is not human, so psychology works differently and stuff like that. Also, please do not spoil. Granted, we have gotten that before, but try to keep spoilers out of chat. I don't mind it this time because, once again, I have gotten to, like, the ending before. But, but, I don't know. A lot of mental health things can be a hyperfixation of mine. This was one I did a deep dive of research on when I was younger. Especially as someone with various mental health problems, I like to deep dive and do research. So that was something I'd researched forever ago. And I was playing this game and messaging my friend. And I was like, oh my god, this is such this. And they're like, oh my god, you're right. So both were winning there. I'll remember for the next time. Yeah, thank you. Anyways, keep playing the game instead of me just rambling about my niche hyperfixations.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left.
In my presentation that I made for my friends, I literally pulled out the diagnostic criteria for DID. Like, I was taking this seriously.
We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her.
No, you're...
Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever, I think.
So, when I initially, like, streamed this game, whatever, and when I played it, my friend who got me into this game, Dylan, who, I did actually DM him, like, hey, bestie, I'm live right now playing Slay the Princess, and he was like, okay, I want to hop on, but I can't right now. He was the one who got me into this game. And he was like, yeah, there's a lot of triggers. I was like, okay, let me look at the list. And I looked at the list and I was like, holy fuck, that's a lot. I was like, listen, I would love to just jump into playing this game blind, but due to what a lot of these triggers are, I do need to watch someone play. And that was a good choice in the sense of I have a lot of triggers. But on the other hand, fuck, it would have been great to play this game blind on stream.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything.
Okay, so we've only died twice, as far as we're aware. So where the fuck did all these voices come from? Same, but I cannot play the game currently. I watch a lot of people play through it. Well, that's fair. I had a Steam gift card, and I was like, oh, I want to play the game. And no, my friend had already, like, gotten me very much into it.
We love her, so we have to set her free.
If you are, let her go. Anyway, I don't want to get copyrighted.
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
Right there. That is a manipulation tactic. And emotional abuse. Is you shouldn't love something that hurts us, but sometimes you can't help it. That can be Stockholm Syndrome or a lot of other things. But if something actively hurts you without your consent, if it's with your consent or you tell them to, that is a different story. But if someone hurts you without your consent, that is when things can be problematic. I love how this turned from me going, oh no, I feel bad for what I'm doing to the princess, to mental health talks. Mental health talks with Sing Out Life. Let's go.
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
That's just toxic as fuck. That sounds very similar to love bombing in the middle of abuse.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
Exactly.
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
That's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many, 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 many times. It feels like we've been here forever, but it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
Another sign of JD and OCD is often that you have a warped sense of time. You can't always tell how long it's been because, once again, amnesia barriers and stuff like that. It can lead to having a bad sense of time.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine.
It won't.
It will be for us. She said so.
Oh, God.
You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you.
This is just manipulating. Everyone is manipulating everyone.
There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this. And some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions? Once again, amnesia barriers. Your brain decides you would die if you knew everything. So it creates those barriers between so that you don't remember. Though parts of you might. You don't remember because your brain thinks that you will not survive if you knew. Those words are knives and often leave scars. I'm assuming that's lyrics to a song that I don't know off the top of my head.
What does here even mean if you really think about it?
Shut up. You were here.
Every single time. You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget.
Sometimes you wish to forget, and sometimes you wish to remember until you do. And then when you know what happens, you wish you never wished to remember. Fuck. Okay, for the record, I don't know if I've ever watched someone actually play this ending. And actually sit through it. So this is hitting a lot harder. Ooh. When you have your own shit, and the game sits way too close to home.
I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft.
That is
shame, really.
a coping mechanism. A coping mechanism can be the fact that you just shut down your emotions and you just go numb. You don't feel anything because everything you've felt in the past has been taken. Well, this is your first time? Alright, I will be silent. I skimmed through a person playing through this without, their commentary, because I was trying to dig for screenshots for my presentation. But I know bits and pieces of what happened, but not fully. Is this already the ending? Kinda. This is kind of like a mini ending. So basically what happens in this game is you kind of go through 5 mini endings, I'm calling them. And then you get to, the ending, where it ties back into all 5 of the princesses you've got. So this would be princess number 2. This entire stream has been princess number 2. Princess number 1 is the last Slay the Princess stream I did, where we got the witch, which turned into the thorn, the same way this was the nightmare, and it turned into the moment of clarity. So we're kind of in an ending, but not fully yet. We start hitting the actual ending when we get to the Lone Quiet, which, if you don't know what that is, it is okay. You'll see what I mean in a bit. If I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it. Once again, heavily relates to the idea of OCD. What if I don't remember what happened. How could that have been me? Well, maybe it was a different alter who took control and did.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way.
Like broken glass on the floor. Every altar, every voice is its own broken piece. For those of you who don't know, I made a small reference to the Spectre, which is a different part of this game.
Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment?
Once again,
Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere.
Right, but it also
guess this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares?
As soon as I heard Broken Glass, I thought about the Spectre as well. Oh yeah, no, that was me directly referencing the Spectre. Once again, like, a lot of people describe the idea of OCD as like a person that's all fractured pieces that fit together to make the whole. Bless you, Skittles. Bless you.
They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers.
For now.
And they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us. And then she smashes us into smaller pieces.
Because trauma and creating more alters. Next question. I'm sorry, I'm like driving home this theory because this has become a giant thing of mine.
If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago.
Once again, turning off emotions is a good temporary coping mechanism in a moment of stress, but it is not good over a long period of time.
Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
The only way out is to do nothing. Let's go to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward.
I do want to go through a lot more of the dialogue, however, I am starting to get a headache. It is getting late. It is 11 p.m. And I need to go to bed. So, I'm not going to go through all of the dialogue right now.
But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill.
Something I find fascinating right now is, once again, the different layers, and like as I move my mouse around, like you can see them moving. But like look at the bottom here. You can still see the rest of the trees. This hill does not go all the way down. I just find that interesting.
No, this isn't right.
Whoa.
There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be
Now
a cabin.
there's a cabin. There was not before, but now look at it. It's all disjointed.
Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it.
Wow, the voice of the hero also sounds kind of broken.
He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth.
So question, will you be playing Slither Princess again? Oh, fuck yeah! I love this game a lot. This is one of the few games I definitely want to go ahead and 100%. I just play through this really slowly because I talk a lot, and also because I have a lot going on in my personal life. I'm at when, sorry. It's okay. I don't know. I can't even tell you when I am going to next stream. As I said, I have a lot going on in my personal life. Hey, Skittles, no! I didn't even know I was going to stream today until maybe an hour before I went live. I work, and it takes a physical toll on my body. Really badly. I wear ankle braces. I have my wrist brace on right now while I'm gaming. Even though this isn't like a heavy like gaming game, I'm still wearing it. And because of all the physical shit going on, it kind of takes a toll on me mentally as well. So I don't stream as often as I'd like to, or as often as I used to, especially because they've been calling me into work more and more. So I stream when I can and when I have the energy, and I stream when I feel like. So, for example, a couple days ago I streamed The Binding of Isaac, which I'm not particularly good at, but I've been enjoying. I might stream Cuphead, I stream this, I might stream Hades. I have a lot of games that I like to play, and sometimes I stream with friends. Speaking of which, I'd love to set up a stream where I play more Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes with Dylan. That could be fun. But just keep an eye out. And if you join the Discord server, which the link is now the pinned chat message because I didn't want to spam the link, I sometimes, when I can't decide, I let my Discord server decide because I can sometimes be indecisive as fuck. So, I mean, that's okay. You do it's the best. I just randomly got here anyway. That's fair. But yeah, no. If you join the Discord server, you'll be basically updated about when I go live. Sometimes how I'm doing, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll even leave it up for a vote. And sometimes you get exclusive content of my cat. Because I fucking love her. Anyway.
Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
What's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are.
Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Ooh, I do not like that idea. Especially coming from the hero. Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it.
Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Let's proceed.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
I wonder where the blade is. I actually do know where the blade is. We're gonna find out soon.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
Once again. Anyway,
And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment.
That is true. The voice of the broken is kind of acting like the tower. The voice of the broken is broken. It just gives in because it doesn't know what else to do. We have gotten the tower before, so you're okay. It's like, once again, like, it's just, I see so much just DID and OSTD characteristics on this because it's just, like, it is so there. It makes me wonder how, like, if it is coincidental or not. As I remember the tower with K9, yeah.
The blade.
Oh,
is
yeah,
your
with
implement.
K9, that was
You'll need it if you're
fucking
going to do
chaotic.
this right.
That was chaotic as fuck.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
Take the blade is the only way forward. You've already tried everything else. Don't you remember? You have to take the blade. We can't choose those middle three options. We have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
Yes, both of the options do lead to the same thing. That's kind of the point. I just like the fact that it gives the other options grayed out. To basically be like, yeah, no, you have no other choice. It's just an illusion.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the
bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread.
And yes, I do have, like, the flickering and flashing off. I am a bit photosensitive.
It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
And this is why you have to be careful about the words you say to someone else. You might say something in jest, but if they don't know it, they will take it the wrong way. And that can really fuck with a person. Especially if they don't know how you mean it, or how you mean a lot of things, and they become afraid of misinterpreting what you say.
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take me in and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
I want to call it out. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. Whereas in almost every other ending, our choices mold the princess into what she becomes. This time she molded us into what she wanted.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object, a tool. You were something else a long time ago. But what that was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There's no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
Why does everything feel so...
I didn't think I'd be
Oh, this
so
one's tired.
tired.
See, I'm so used to being... Why does everything feel so cold? I didn't think I'd be so tired. The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
There's the cold line. And into the long fire. You not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away, just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing? What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves. Yeah. I think I'd like that. Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Which is odd, because most of the time when we come up to the mirror at this point, all the voices are scared of it. Let's approach the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secret remains hidden. Its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay.
They're just tired. After everything.
The fear's gone.
Exactly.
I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet.
They've been so much. They've been through so much, and they just want that break.
The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here.
Boys, it's been an honor.
I feel that one. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. None of those voices, yeah. If you include the narrator, I believe there is a total of 12 voices. I did calculations and shit for, once again, my theory. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Let's proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Let's approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Okay, I'm not going to ask her a lot of loud questions because I do have a headache and I would like to end stream. But there are going to be some questions I do ask.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
What does it... let's see. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a waiting maw, an inevitable destination where all roads end. She will make for a wise heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
What do you want me to bring next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay, I'm gonna ask just how many more vessels do you need, and then I'm probably going to say the I'm ready to go back because I am tired.
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Okay. On that note, I think I'm going to say I'm ready to go back, and then I'm going to probably end stream.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. We're back at chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Okay. I'm gonna
You're on a path.
save here. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna quit the game. But that was a lot of fun. As I said, it's like almost 11:30. I'm tired. So, I don't know what I'm gonna stream next. I'm sorry for my inconsistencies. It's just been a fucking lot going on. Anyway, Have a good rest of your day, night, whatever time it is, wherever the fuck you are, all of you guys, gals, and gender non-conforming pals. And I will see you next time, whenever that may be. Goodbye!